The universe is a vast and mysterious place. There is so much we do not know about the cosmos that scientists have come up with all sorts of theories to try and explain what they see. But what are the greatest unsolved mysteries of physics? What are the things that keep scientists up at night? In this video, we're going to dive into some of the most perplexing questions in modern physics and explore the latest thinking on each of them. From the existence of other universes to the nature of black holes, we'll cover it all. So buckle up for a wild ride through the unknown. Dark matter, dark energy, multiverses, and more. Here are 5 of the greatest unsolved mysteries of physics. Number 1. Dark matter. The first mystery we need to discuss is dark matter. This is one of the biggest mysteries in physics today, and it is also one of the most exciting. Scientists believe that there is a type of matter out there that we can't see or interact with, yet it makes up a significant portion of the universe. They call this dark matter because it doesn't emit or reflect light, making it invisible to us. But even though we can't see dark matter, we can observe its gravitational effects on the things around it. That's why scientists know it's there. It's like when you're replaying a game of hide and seek and you can hear the person hiding even though you can't see them. In this case, instead of a person, it's dark matter, and instead of hiding, it's making up a big part of the universe. But just what exactly is dark matter? Scientists don't know for sure, but they have some theories. One idea is that dark matter is made up of tiny particles that are much smaller than protons and neutrons. These particles would be so light that they would barely interact with regular matter, which would make them incredibly difficult to detect. Another idea is that dark matter is made up of exotic particles that do not exist in our regular universe. These particles could be from another dimension, or they could be some other kind of object that we have undiscovered yet. Whatever dark matter is made of, it seems to be all around us. In fact, it may even be inside of us. But because it doesn't interact with normal matter, we wouldn't be able to tell. Dark matter is one of the biggest mysteries in physics today, and it's also one of the most exciting. If we can ever figure out what dark matter is, it could revolutionize our understanding of the universe. It could also help us answer some of the other great mysteries of physics, like how the universe began and what happened before the Big Bang. Dark matter is out there. We just have to find it. No? 2. Dark energy. The next mystery we need to talk about is dark energy. This is another thing that scientists can't see, but they know it's there because of its effects on the things around it. For example, they know that the expansion of the universe is speeding up and they think that it's due to dark energy, but what exactly is dark energy? Well, scientists don't really know, but they do have some ideas. One idea is that dark energy is a property of space itself. This means that the amount of dark energy in the universe is constantly changing. As the universe expands, new space is created, and that means more dark energy is created too. Another idea is that dark energy is a kind of field that's all around us. This field would be similar to the electromagnetic field, which is what gives us light and electricity. But unlike the electromagnetic field, the dark energy field would be invisible to us. We wouldn't be able to see it or feel it in any way. And finally, the third idea is that dark energy isn't a thing at all. Instead, it's just a misunderstanding of gravity. This might sound crazy, but hear me out. According to Einstein's theory of general relativity, gravity doesn't have a force, but it warps spacetime. This means that the more massive an object is, the more it distorts the space around it, and the further away an object is, the weaker its gravitational pull is on you. But what if there's something wrong with this theory? What if gravity doesn't get weaker with distance? That would mean that massive objects like galaxies have a stronger gravitational pull on distant objects than we think they do, and that extra gravitational pull could be mistaken for dark energy. Now this is just one idea of many that scientists have to explain dark energy, and there's no consensus on what exactly it is. But one thing is for sure, dark energy is one of the biggest mysteries in physics today. If we can ever figure out what it is, it could revolutionize our understanding of the universe. No. 3. Is there a multiverse? The next question that keeps scientists up at night is whether or not there's a multiverse. A multiverse is basically a universe that exists alongside our own. It's like having a twin universe that's slightly different from ours. The idea of a multiverse might seem far-fetched, but it's actually pretty common among scientists. In fact, there was a poll conducted a few years ago that found that over half of all physicists believe in some form of a multiverse. But why do they believe this? Well, it's because of all the weirdness that we see in the universe. For example, we know that quantum mechanics allows for things like teleportation and time travel. And we know that there are other forces of nature that we haven't discovered yet. What if all these weird things that we see in the universe are actually portals to other universes? What if the multiverse is just another part of our reality that we haven't explored yet? Now again, this sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's actually not that far-fetched. In fact, there are some scientists who are actually working on ways to detect other universes. They're using things like particle accelerators and telescopes to look for signs of other universes. So far, they haven't found anything, but the search is still on. Who knows what they might find? Maybe one day soon we'll be able to travel to other universes. It would certainly be an adventure. No. 4. Do black holes have a center? The final question that keeps scientists up at night is whether or not black holes have a center. You see, according to our current understanding of physics, nothing can escape from a black hole, not even light. That means once something crosses the event horizon of a black hole, it can never come back out. But what happens then? Does it get destroyed? Does it come out somewhere else? Or does it just disappear? Scientists don't know the answer to this question, but they have some theories. One idea is that black holes have a center where all the matter that falls in gets destroyed. This might sound kind of gross, but it's actually not that bad. The stuff that gets destroyed is mostly gas and dust, and it's very far away from Earth, so we wouldn't be affected by it. Another idea is that black holes have a kind of membrane that prevents anything from getting in or out. This membrane is called the event horizon, and it's the boundary around a black hole. If you cross the event horizon, you can't come back. But what if the event horizon is actually just a boundary between universes? What if everything that falls into a black hole actually comes out in another universe? This might sound crazy, but it's actually not that far-fetched. In fact, there are some scientists who are actually working on ways to detect other universes through black holes. So maybe one day soon, we'll find out what happens to things that fall into black holes. Maybe they end up in another universe. Wouldn't that be crazy? These are just a few of the greatest unsolved mysteries in physics. There are many others that we didn't have time to go into detail about, such as the origin of the universe, the nature of time, and the possibility of perpetual motion. But we hope you enjoyed learning about these amazing mysteries and the scientists who are working to solve them. If you want to learn more about unsolved mysteries in physics, we recommend checking out some resources. Thanks for watching.